Ora si registrerà la conferenza.
Of course, virtual is real, as we'll see today. So it is absolutely important getting able to distinguish and waiting for the first useful time to see you really in a town, Busto Arsizio, which has a lot to tell about knowledge and beauty, but also about fun. This virtual real meeting, thanks to Dr. Pellai, is the right occasion to learn how to do it for the students, but also for all of us too. So thank you very much and good work to everyone.
Thank you. We are very grateful. Thank you for accepting all these invitations. Manuela, we would like you to stay with us for a long time. I don't know if it is possible for you, but you know, we should be happy. We want you to stay with us. So stay as soon as possible, more as possible, of course. Thank very much. Thank you. So we go back to Mr. Pellai. I don't know if he's online or not. I can't see him. Mrs. Fontana, would you like to tell me if he is online or not?
Yes, he isn't online, but in a few minutes, I think it will be. In the meantime, I call him. Can I speak? Please.
Yes, I wanted to go back to the theme of this afternoon because Mr. Pellai is going to speak about technology addiction and cyberbullying in particular. Of course, we know that bullying, cyberbullying is a kind of bullying over digital device and application, web site and social media. And cyberbullying has a strong influence on psychological life with consequences like exclusion, solitude, the loss of self-consciousness, of course. And many times cyberbullying expresses itself with the practice of stalking, for example, sexting, body shaming against women. So it's a kind of cruelty against victims who are afraid and who live in shame, in isolation, of course. So we have to protect us and to protect other people from this kind of violence. That's why I wanted Alberto Pellai, who is really has a great capability to express the problems and the opportunities to fight against this kind of violence. So I give you back the word, Mrs. Fontana. It's your time. Here we are. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, Ms. Boracchi. Dr. Pellai is not yet connected, but I would like, if I can, ask you as headmistress, but also to the teacher of each school. Of course, I think that it happened to you to have some students cyberbullied. And in this case, what is the step you have to do when you know that a student of yours has been cyberbullied?
Emre, what do you like to speak about? We have many laws against bullying, and we have to go to the police every time we know something about it in our school. So there is a big problem we are working about, and of course the prevention is the most important thing. We think so, and we act in our schools, in Italian schools. I don't know in other schools. What do you say? For example, in Spain, in Turkey, what happens? Emre? Salvador? No one is speaking now?
Daniela?
As you said, we have some laws, especially in the latest year. This issue was addressed by our authorities. In school, we also have some regulations, and there is a counselor in each school. So we try to identify these cases and try to support them, either by individual counseling or by plenary activities with all the class, where we address this type of situation, and we discuss about the reasons, about what can we do, because it's very important to react even if you are not a victim but a witness of this kind of unfortunate situation. And because I can see my colleague Anna. Anna, can you say some words about how we address cyberbullying in our school? She just entered. Anna Luca, can you please say some words? I don't know, some colleagues experienced some problems with connection. So this is how we address. We try to address this issue plenary during our counseling classes, and individually if we hear about a student who is bullied, or if we hear about a student who is a bullier. So we try to talk to both persons, trying to find the reasons.
Yeah. We have the counselor in every school. There is a counselor, and of course we have many opportunities to discuss about the theme, especially with the students that are coming in our school for the first time, the first year, of course. And we have many, yes, and many a lot of debate time, of course, because it is necessary to speak about it and to let them understand the danger that they live staying online in a certain way. So it's very important to have an education for ICT education. Yeah.
Yes, and we also have regular activities with NGOs, with associations who come and try to teach students how to react, how to behave, how to ask for help in this kind of situations.
Yes, because the real problem is that they don't ask for help, and this is a problem. You have to understand where is the iceberg, no? You know, because sometimes we are not able to see what happens out of our schools, of course, because we are able to see what happened in our rooms, but not out of the school. And many times cyberbullying happens with chats, WhatsApp, and so on, out of the school, of course. So it's very difficult to understand and to find the problem in our schools.
Can we say something about cyberbullying? Hello, everybody. Can we say something?
Yes.
Me and my student. Okay, one moment, please. Bogumil, please.
Okay, so bullying isn't often seen in our school because we try to prevent it as much as we can. And we have a school counselor who helps a lot. But if there's a situation, we always call the police. We always call the director of the school. We try to prevent it as much as we can, and I think we are good at it.
Okay,
cyberbullying is, I think, is a big problem with our students and even with us, because we work with the internet every day. That's why I think this is a very big problem, dear colleague. and students.
Okay. Yes, I would like to listen to from Turkey something. I don't know if Emre or some
Sure,
students.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I can speak for the name of Turkish people, of course. And as I said before, cyberbullying is the most serious problems of this era, because this era is called digital era, and every one of us is engaged with internet somehow, and it's inevitable. But the fact is that we don't hear many cyberbullying events or issues in our schools, but that's not because there isn't any, but students prefer to keep them a secret because maybe they are ashamed of it. But sometimes if cyberbullying is really serious, of course, we hear it, and then like every school, our school counselor comes together with the one who makes cyberbullying and the person who is cyberbullied. We try to learn the reasons, underlying reasons of the cyberbullying, and we want to solve it before we go to police. But if it is too serious, then of course families and unfortunately police officers engages, and of course there are some regulations in Turkey about cyberbullying as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
And
Emre.
what about Spanish? What about Spanish?
Yeah, yes, hello, Juanjo, how are you? Yeah, in Spain, basically the same. It's a problem, the cyberbullying, and the solution in this case is speak with both, with the cyberbullier and the people that afraid that cyberbullying, and try to find a solution, but it's very difficult. It's very difficult to find the solution, and it's very difficult probably discover the cyberbullying and the main reason of this. But basically, it's the same solution. Speak and try to find a solution.
Yeah, thank you. So if there is anyone else who want to speak or not, because Mr. Pellai now is online, and if you want, we can start with his speech. But before it, it is possible to speak again because we heard something from Turkey, from Spain, from Bulgaria, and
okay,
maybe
I can. Hello. I can say something about Latvia.
Okay.
We also have this problem in my country, and we have had some cases of cyberbullying at school, and then we involve support staff, parents, school administration, and we all together solve these problems. Of course, we have some cases that are unknown because sometimes students are really shy to share this problem with someone else. We also organize different types of seminars, involve some person who are really good in how to stop cyberbullying at school, and they give some short lessons or organize some seminars, activities like flash mobs. This is about my school, but I can say that my school is really friendly and we have only some cases.
Okay, thank you. Maybe all the countries spoke about it now, so we can start. And let me present you, introduce you, Mr. Alberto Pellai. Ciao, Alberto.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao. Thank you, Mr. Pellai. I'm very happy to have this opportunity to listen to you, because you have many opportunities to understand the problem and to describe it and to find solution. So I can give you the word, but before of it, I would like Mrs. Fontana to introduce you in a better way than mine. Thank you. I listen to you.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Mr. Pellai. So, Mr. Pellai is a doctor, a developmental psychotherapist, and a PhD in public health and preventive medicine. He works as a researcher at the University in Milan, where he deals with health education prevention in developmental age. He has written and published several scientific papers and books, both for teachers and parents. His books have been translated into several languages, and you can find them translated also into Bulgarian, Romanian, Turkish, and Spanish. He has been invited speaker in national and international conferences. And if you are interested in reading more about him, you can read his profile in Facebook and Instagram. And now I would like to give him the floor. Please, Dr. Pellai, you are welcome and you can begin.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to all our friends. I'm very glad and pleased to be with you this afternoon. And I want to share with you some of what I know about cyberbullying, but especially something about what I know about our brain when we are living online. What does happen into our brains? And to do this, I will be using some slides, and I will be showing you some videos, short videos, that can be very helpful for you to share also these videos with your friends in your countries, because they have a lot of things teaching us why we must be very careful in what we do when we are online, and why we must be very caring for everybody when we are online. The first thing I want to tell you is that this is the question: do you know who you are and how does your brain works when you are online? Because this is the challenge. Very often in a real life, we are people with a certain personality, with a behavior that is very careful for other people. We are very careful in selecting the words we use when we are in our classroom settings. But when we go into a social, we lose our self-control and we do many things that we didn't expect to be doing. I work as a child psychotherapist with many teens, pre-teens, and teens. They come to me because parents have been called by the school directors of the school attended by their children, and their parents discovered that this son or this daughter has been doing something which is very, very dangerous for him or for somebody else. Sexting, cyberbullying, and very often this boy or this girl is crying when we are going through what has been happening online. And the most quoted sentence in our dialogue is, "I didn't want to be putting somebody else at risk. I didn't want to do anything dangerous or harmful for somebody else, but he or she did it." So why does this happen? Why, when we are online very often, we do something that actually we are not thinking about? it. And very often we do something that go beyond our expectations or desire. This is how our brain is done. This is the work of evolution into our brain structure. The most ancient part of our brain is the reptilian brain. This is the part of our mind that protect us for survival. If something attack us very, very quickly, very, very fast, we react and we defend ourselves. So in the reptilian brain, you take care of your basic primary needs for survival. And the reptilian brain is not involved in our online life. We go into online with the two other sides of our brain. One is the limbic brain. Excuse me. The limbic brain is the emotional brain and is the part of our brain looking for pleasure, looking for fun, looking for instant gratification. This is a part of our brain that creates addiction to many different experiences. If you take drugs, the drug interact with your limbic brain, gives to your limbic brain instant gratification, and you keep on using it again and again. But you can create the same kind of reaction of your limbic brain if you play with your favorite video game, or if you enter into a porn website where you get excitement, a lot of instant gratification, and your emotional brain desire to go on and on with that experience. But we human beings have also the cognitive brain. This is the most important brain. This is the brain that we are reinforcing today with our prevention activity. The cognitive brain is the part of our mind creating meanings, paying attention not to my needs, but to others' needs. The cognitive brain can preview the consequences of our action and can prevent ourselves from doing something that can be dangerous or harmful to other people. The more we go, the more we use our cognitive brain when we go online, the more protective is what we are doing when we are online, and the more we use our cognitive brain, and the more useful and positive will be the use of online that we do when we connect with other people. So we should say that if you use your emotional brain, you can have a lot of fun. You can do a lot of things that gives you instant gratification. You make jokes to other people, you laugh a lot, but you can also create a lot of harmful consequences if you don't think about what you are doing when you are online. If you connect your emotional brain with your cognitive brain, then you have an integrated approach to your online life, and you can get the best from it. Right now, what I want to tell you is that if you are between 11 and 16 years old, you are physiologically vulnerable, and very it's quite easier to make mistake while we are online. You know why? Because your cognitive brain is still very immature. The maturity of our cognitive brain gets to its best between 16 years and 20 years old. Before we are 16, the major problem we have is that our emotional brain is looking for fun and instant gratification and has a bigger power than the cognitive one. This is the reason why we are at major risk for addiction, any kind of addiction, if we enter into an addictive behavior or into the use of addictive substances during 13 and 16 years old. If you start to use tobacco or cannabis or drinking alcohol, if you enter into pornography use when you are 13, 14, or 15, your emotional brain is quite more powerful than your cognitive brain that can help you to prevent addiction and problems when you are online. And this is why it's so it's more often it happens that we have problematic behaviors, we have addiction with video games, we do cyberbullying before 11 years and 16 years, when we are between 11 and 16 years old. I want to explain to you this different power between emotional brain and cognitive brain with the help of a story and a short video. We will be watching all together right now the video called Exposed, where you will see a girl going through a major problem that she is experiencing online. And the video is very well done because you will see in this video that she will be doubling her identity, and she will be starting a dialogue between the cognitive part of her and the emotional part of her. So we watch all together the video and then we discuss it. Doesn't it go through? Patrizia, can you try to launch
yes,
the video from the link that I gave you, the other one?
I'm trying to share, but there is a problem with the sound.
I believe we have a problem with the sound. Another.
What's going on? What are we doing here? I'm done. Wait, look, can we just think about this? Everyone knows. You think I'm dirt. Even my mates won't talk to me. I just want to disappear. We can't run from it. We can try. It's a mess, yeah? It's not fair. What have I done wrong? I wanted to show him how much I liked him. I wanted to do it. Why don't you take a picture of me? Yeah. It was fun, all right? Yeah, fun and stupid. All I did was take a picture and send it to my boyfriend. What's wrong with that? 5 pictures. It was just between us. I wasn't starting something public. It's not my fault. As soon as you hit that button, it's out of our control. You can't undo and you can't go back.
Yeah, I looked you up. So many hits.
Yeah, whatever, Jez, get out of your face.
So, like, you're gonna upload some more pics, like a video or something?
I'm not in the mood.
No, seriously. Like, are you like the glamour model?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, we've been checking them shots out. Everybody has.
What shots?
Oh, she doesn't know yet.
What have you done?
What, you think I did this?
Who else I only went to you?
No, just chill out, yeah?
Chill out. On my side, over 200 hits side. Start talking. What happened? What?
I sent him to jail.
Why?
I just wanted to. I wasn't thinking, D.
Call him.
D.
Call him.
Voicemail.
I can't believe that you've told me.
Babe, come on, please.
Don't touch me.
Hey, I didn't upload them. It's not my fault. For what have I done? What?
Someone uploaded the photos to a group called Dirty D. And they're out there, online, for anyone to see. Thousands of people have seen me. Every day I get texts asking me to do stuff. People won't leave me alone. People harassing me, telling me I'm dirt. Everyone knows. Everyone. I'm not going back there. It's not going to stop. Everyone knows, you said it yourself. I can't undo. I can't go back. But we don't have to leave. We've got to think about the future. Future? What future? Work? University? What about when someone who wants to give me a job searches my name? What then? Well, we just have to face that if it happens. You can't stay here all day. Let's go home. Mum will have found out by now. She'll tell Dad. He'll find out anyway. He'll flip. It was just a stupid mistake, right? But you think I don't know that? Sai shouldn't have gone and sent them to Jay. Stop blaming everyone else. You sent them first. We have to face up to it. What's the point? The damage is done. It's over. That's how you want to do it. Run away from the shortest glam career ever. Don't let's make another mistake. We've got to fight back. We can start putting this right now. We can take the page down and there'll be someone at school that we can talk to. Just because you made one bad choice doesn't mean that you have to make the wrong one next time. Like, right now, you can sit here talking to yourself all day like some freak, or we could go home, crash out, watch a movie, shut up. Because I don't know about you, but it's been a long night and it stinks in here. I'm serious. So am I. It smells like something died in here. You've got to always think before you send or share. Think about how it will affect others and yourself. Remember, pictures you take and send may become public and permanent, and the police may get involved. There's always somewhere you can go for help and advice. And if things go a step too far, report directly to ClickFeel.
Here we are again. I don't know if you were able to follow completely the story of this video. It's a very, very interesting story. We have a girl, she's in love with her boyfriend. She wants to do something which is very private, very intimate, very special for him. So she takes nude picture of her to send him. This is something which must be kept private. So how we call the action she does, sexting, it's posting something dealing with sexuality, and very often we believe it's very private, very intimate, but as the story tells you, something that you put in your digital connection and that you can send to other people is no more and never private. Very often these very private images as the end of a love story can become the object of revenge porn, for example. This is not the case of this story because his boyfriend just didn't want to share the image of such a very nice girlfriend with his best friend, just to make him aware about how lucky he is to have as a companion such a very nice girl. But again, they lose control of everything. And the third friend is uploading the picture of the girl in a platform, and she becomes to be seen by everybody. So inside this story, we have sexting, then we have sharing of private images, and then we have cyberbullying. When cyberbullying is in action, when she gets into school on Monday morning, and there she discovers that everybody is looking at her, watching at her pictures, and everybody's laughing, making of these photos a lot of laughing, like it is a joke. But if you watch her feelings, expressions, what she feels, what she thinks, she's very, very sad. She's very, very angry. She feels very, very alone, very isolated, very depressed, and she has lost control over her life, her body, her image. This is a crime. You must always consider that everything we do online with the pictures and images of somebody else without getting permission or being authorized under many different regulation of in many different countries, according to the laws of many different countries. This is a crime. And anyway, what is very interesting in this video is the dialogues you have between the two girls. They are just the same person, but one when she's talking about what she has been doing, it's the emotional brain that is talking. The emotional brain tells you to do a lot of things because they are very exciting and they are a lot of fun. Then there is a cognitive brain talking with the emotional brain, and he gives a lot of alerts, of alarms, and he wants to tell this girl, if you were using me before, you could have been preventing all this. So we have been using this story to help you understand what's going on in our mind when we are online. It's the way the online life involves us is very much based on our emotional brains, emotional reaction, more than our cognitive brain and cognitive reflection. I suggest you to watch this docu-film. It's called The Social Dilemma. I hope it can be available also in your country. It's a very, very interesting docu-film because it shows you how the online hooks on your emotional brain and is built to get in touch with your emotional brain and becoming it addicted to what's going on inside your screen. The whole system is based on the concept of selecting your emotional attention and getting your emotional attention always engaged in what you do when you are online. At the same time, when your online life is engaging your emotional attention, the whole system is disconnecting your cognitive brain. So you keep on doing things without thinking, because the more you get into the system with your emotional brain, the more you stay into the system and you do what the system wants you to do. So you lose control of your will, and this is why you are in danger, why you can do a lot of very risky things. And the social dilemma is very interesting because it gives you a major truth. Inside the online world, we are the product. We are sold to people financing advertising into our social, and we are sold because the more we stay inside the social, the more clicks we do inside that social, the more advertisers can send us their messages. And it's very, very interesting because this docu-film gives you a lot of insight about how the whole system is built and why we are so vulnerable and losing our cognitive control when we are inside that system. Another very important concept about what happens to us when we are in online life is the concept of empathy. Empathy is a very important life skill because it allows us to share our feelings with other people and to feel what other people are feeling. If you are empathic with somebody, you can understand when he is sad. So you can, okay. So you can comfort him. You can understand when somebody is full of fear, so you can protect him. You can understand when somebody is in a big rage, so you can control him or go away because you are in danger. He can attack you. And this is done with the skill of empathy. Empathy is based on special neurons we have in our brain, and they are called mirror neurons. Mirror neurons are beautiful because when you are in front of your friend and your friend is sad, these neurons are working, and at the same time, the same neurons inside your brain are working at the same time. You are synchronized, you are synchronized, and you feel the same feeling. This is very important in real life because we use our mirror neurons to protect people from being emotionally abused. We respect them because we feel their sadness, their fear, their rage. To be able to be empathic, we must be present to other people. We must be in front of other people. We must watch other people into their eyes. And this does not happen when you are on a screen. I'm talking to many of you, but I don't see any of you right now. So maybe you are sleeping, maybe you are somewhere else, I don't know. But of course, if we were in the same room, I was talking to you, I was watching you, you were watching me, and I should have been able to get the feeling about what was happening inside our lesson. So we are in danger of cyberbullying when we are online because we don't have the other people in front of us. We don't watch them into their eyes. And so it's very much easier to do dangerous things. Never forget that the more we are in presence of other people, the more our mirror neurons are working, the more we become empathic. This is why we need to be involved in real life relationships. The more we are engaged in real life, the more we can become empathic and being synchronized with the other people's feeling. The less we are in a real life relationship, the more we lose our empathic potential. And so we become very selfish, very self-centered, and not very interested in what's happening inside the heart and the mind of other people. So I want you to put a special emphasis on the power of our site, showing you a short video. This is very much shorter than the previous one, and it's an advertising created by Coca-Cola that tells us why we lose our empathic power when we are connected with our electronic devices. So I ask Patrizia if she can launch the video of Coca-Cola Social Guard.
Okay, Daniela.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to send the video, Dr. Pellai. I take the opportunity to say thank you very much to Mrs. Manuela Maffioli. We know that she is very engaged with her job, very important for our cities. So thank you very much, and see you next time. And we hope we will have the opportunity to meet all the students together here in Italy. Thank you again, Mrs. Maffioli.
Thank you to all, and have a good job, and many, many compliments to you all.
Thank you, Manuela. Bye.
Ciao Cristina, a presto.
Grazie, ciao.
Arrivederci, professore.
Arrivederci, saluti.
Grazie.
Are you able to watch the video?
Social media is great. It connects you to the world and the people you love. You can chat with your family or share a meal with friends and watch cute little cats do unbelievable things.
Look, she sticks her head out of the box.
Look, she sticks her head out of the box. But there are times when social media can get in the way of the real world. Remember that? It's the thing that happens when you run out of battery. That's why we've developed the Social Media Guard. It takes the social out of media and puts it back into your life. Let's see how it works.
Again, here we are. This advertising is very funny, but it tells us a very important thing, is that, sorry, I'm okay, here we are. It tells us that the importance of being connected with other people in real life, and it tells us the importance of our side, meeting the side of other people. And cyberbullying is easier in online life because we miss empathy and we miss to meet other people's side. Unfortunately, cyberbullying is the reason of a lot of suffering into developmental age. Many girls and boys have their lives destroyed by other people telling very bad things, very hostile words, or using pictures and images of these boys and girls in a way that created a terrible impact on their victims' lives. In Italy, we have the story, the history of Carolina Picchio. Carolina Picchio was a 14-year girl, and one Saturday night she was out with her friends. They made her drunk, and when she got drunk, they made her simulate sexual interactions with people in a room, and they took a video of Carolina while she was drunk and forced to interact with these friends. Then this video was uploaded in different social, and Carolina was on the mouth of everybody in her town. Her town is Novara in Italy. She suffered in silence for more than 2 months. She wasn't able to ask for help. She wasn't able to ask her friends to protect her. And one day she decided to suicide and took her life off. And when her father discovered what had happened to Carolina, he decided to create a foundation to fight against cyberbullying, to educate young people to prevent cyberbullying. And this foundation was promoting in Italy the first official law declaring cyberbullying a crime, a real penal crime, with a lot of law consequences for young people doing it. Right now, I want you to watch, okay, this image. If we look in the expression and in the eyes of this young girl, you have an immediate understanding of what you can't see when you are writing some very bad words towards a girl or a boy living in your city, but not being there when you are telling those words. So this is what cyberbullying produces into the emotional life of the victim. You write hostile words, you offend, insult somebody, you don't see him, and he or she suffers in pain and in loneliness. So it's an incredible acute pain. Never forget, I find this phrase, this declaration, very meaningful. What you say about me says a lot about you. This was a picture that was taken from this girl. She was a victim of cyberbullying, and she really launched a big, major message to everybody who was bullying her. This is very true. Everything you do online tells a lot about who you are. And never forget that when you will be grown up and you will be looking for a job position, people who will be recruiting you will be analyzing not only your curriculum vitae in the real life, but there will be experts and web specialists creating your and analyzing your profile and your curriculum in online life. So you won't know it. You won't know that they will be doing it, but they will be tracking your online life in the last years, and they will be watching what kind of person you have been while you were online. So it is very important that you create an identity when you are online that is very similar and comparable with the identity that you have in your real life. You can help, but first you have to recognize it's happening. This is very important, and this is a message not only for the victim for the bullying, boy or girl, but this is a very important message for everybody looking and watching at a situation when cyberbullying is happening. You have always to recognize if somebody is going on which can be damaging to a third person. And if you recognize that it's gonna be damaging, you have the right, but you also have the duty to intervene and to leave your message. It's enough to write, stop it. This is very dangerous. You are harming this friend of us. It's not a joke. Write this kind of sentence because it will change the flow of the words that other people could be writing after your intervention. So you must always think yourself not only as a victim or a bullying people. In this case, you need to ask for help, but very often you are just a spectator, somebody watching, a witness of what's going on. And the witnesses are the most important people playing a very relevant role in prevention. If we save people from cyberbullying, very often this is happening thanks to people witnessing, not harming people, not bullying people, but watching what bullying is doing to victims and putting a stop to that situation. So what we can do in this case, we again we see a very short video. It's a mega story. Then you will see many different passages. It's a 90 seconds video. You will see many different passages that allows you to understand at which critical point you can make a difference if you intervene and stop a situation which can be very dangerous and harming to a third person. So if we can see it all together, all these videos are available on YouTube, so you can use also this video with your friends in your schools and in your countries to do peer education prevention program. So watch all together the video of Megan's story.
Daniela, can you share it, please?
Hey, Megan. Nice.
All right, quiet down. Thank you. Quiet, please, everyone. Shane Andrews.
Yes.
Emily Abbott.
Here.
Graham Carl.
Yes.
Jessica Collins.
Here.
Kate Copper.
Present.
Charles Douglas.
Yep.
Sarah Dobson.
Here.
Kerry Hall.
Present.
Brent Holbrook.
Yep.
Claire Henderson.
Yeah.
Regan Simpson.
Yes.
Megan Edgerton. Megan? Megan. Megan Edgerton.
Okay, Mega Story, it's a video that allows you to understand what's happening if nobody does and plays its prevention role inside the community. Everybody's passing and posting the picture, Megan's picture. She did the first mistake, but after her, many different people did a mistake with a picture and everybody was watching as a wrong picture and nobody stopped it. Nobody made anything. So the conclusion of this short video is that very often in this situation, the problem arrives to the adult world and they will have to intervene to restore the situation and to replace everything in the right order. But when adults intervene, very often also police intervene and parents intervene and judges intervene. And the situation becomes so serious that is enormous and the danger and the suffering is very amplified. The message here for us today should be that everybody of us can play an active role and can be an actor of cyberbullying prevention. And so you can be an actor in cyberbullying prevention because first thing, you know how to behave properly when you are online, and you really must become a proper digital citizen in the online world. Then I've given you the skills and the knowledges to understand why our brain is so vulnerable when we are online. And so you must also learn how to self-control and being in control of your online life. Then again, you can, if you know all these things, you can intervene and protect a friend of yours who is in danger. Because if you see a danger that he or she doesn't see, you can, with your intervention, really change the way things will be going on, and you can be of great help to a potential victim. These are the key words: stop, speak, support, the 3S that can really make the difference when you see bullying online, and everybody must be in charge of the 3S strategy. Everybody can stop, everybody can speak, everybody can support. I want to give you also these important prevention tools, which was suggested by Nancy Williard, Executive Director of the Center for Safety and Responsibility of Internet Use. She has created 4 tests to prevent any kind of risk when you are posting something online. The weird test are the golden rule test. Before posting, ask yourself this question: how would you feel if somebody else does the same to you? Is gonna be posting the same thing you're posting about one of your friend? What if somebody else is doing this? We should be doing the same to you. The trusted adult test. What should a trusted adult, an adult you like and you trust, what he or she should think about what you are posting right now? What would your favorite teacher or would your sport trainer would think if he watches what you are posting right now? The third test is front page test. How would you feel if tomorrow your online posting is published in the first page of a national newspaper with your name on it? Are they gonna be celebrating your success, or this is gonna be uh, dangerous for you, telling something bad about what you have been doing? Very often, cyber bull boys and girls get into the front page of their local newspapers because they have done something that has become a news in the media, and they have really their reputation very much damaged and ruined by this. So the front page test tells you, but are you sure that if a journalist watches what you are doing right now on in the online and wants to write an article about your doing, the articles will depict you in a positive way, and the real world test is, I believe, is the most important. Would you be doing the same in the real world? Would you be doing the same if you are not online but with your friend in front of you? Would you be writing? Would you be telling him what you are writing? Would you be showing him the image you are posting right now? So if what you are doing passes all the four Williard tests, you are sure that what you are publishing online is not a problem and it's gonna be okay for everybody. If one of these tests is not passed by what you are doing online, so think before you post, because you or somebody else could be having a problem. In your countries, maybe you don't know something which is very popular right now in Italy, and you can find it very easily in our in the web. If you search in Google the manifesto of non-hostile communication, which was created by Parole Ostili Association, you will find a document created with 10 major preventive principles that are very, very important to be discussed in the classroom setting with your friends, because they give you 10 very important advice, helping you to select the words you use when you are talking about other people in the online and in a social. So this is a manifesto. In Italy, it's used to run many interesting prevention programs. And I suggest you to look for this manifesto. There are versions in many different foreign countries. You find the English version of this manifesto if you just write the manifesto of non-hostile communication, and this can be a wonderful tool for your prevention program. We are done, we are over. The take-home message, now that you know our brain works while we are so vulnerable when you are online, is think before you post. And as a final message, I want you to show the last video of my presentation, which has been created just with this message: think before you post. Very often we are becoming victims of ourselves when we are online, because we are doing plenty of things without thinking of the consequences of what we are doing. So the last video reinforces this message with all of you. If we can watch the video together.
with Sarah.
How do you know Sarah? Oh, Donovan, do it like I taught you. Love the new tattoo, Sarah. Let's go!
Dude, that's Sarah. The girl in the pink shirt. That's the girl I was telling you about. Oh, that's Sarah?
Theater 2 on your left. Hey, Sarah. What color underwear today?
Hey, Sarah. So when are you going to post something new?
Anything you post online, anyone can see. Family, friends.
See you later, Sarah.
Even not so friendly people. Think before you post.
This is my final message. Every problem you will be facing online, it will be the consequence of something you did without thinking about it. So think before you post, and if we think all together, if we think before we post, we can prevent all kinds of problems when we are online. And I'm glad to having shared with you this information. I hope they have been useful, and I hope that one day we will be able to have a lesson like this in presence and not only online and virtual.
Thank you, Dr. Pellai. Very interesting, very well expressed with a clear language for everyone, and real very interesting. If you have time,
may I speak, please?
Okay, yes, please.
Yes, I am very grateful for the intense and interesting speech, suggesting us to consider the dangers of our online life and how to prevent them, but also suggesting to active cognitive brain, and not only the emotional one, the limbic one, that gives us an instant gratification. So we are always to think about what we are doing when we are online. And of course, emotional life is important too, but we have to express in many other ways. And living nature, living beauty, as we would like to suggest you tomorrow in the afternoon with our project, national project about nature and mind ecological still of life, way of life. So remember, the most important connection is the empathic one. I think that this is the most important we have to recall after this afternoon. So thank you, Alberto. Thank you all for your presence. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Boracchi. I would like to ask Dr. Pellai if some students can ask you some questions.
Yes, I'm available if there is some question.
Okay.
I will be glad to answer.
Is there anyone who wants to ask anything to Dr. Pellai? Yes, we have.
I have a question.
Okay, please.
All videos shows girls, so I want to ask if, in a certain way, it is more dangerous bullying for girls than boys.
What we know about at-risk behaviors online is that girls are more exposed to sexual cyberbullying and to body shame cyberbullying. This is very female oriented, and we have a major evidence of this kind of problems. While if we look at what's going on with boys, very often cyberbullying targeting boys is not about body shaming, is, but very often it's about sexual orientation. And the other major problem with boys is that they are producing a lot of cyberbullying of other people just because they like to joke. They are, in some way, they are more vulnerable to become cyber bulls, while girls are more vulnerable to be included in the victims role. Victimization is dealing a lot with body shaming and with sexual blaming.
Thanks.
Other questions?
I have one question too. Why those who are harassed online are afraid to say what they have suffered?
Because when you are in shame, shame is a very powerful emotion that fills you with fear of, you have fear of the consequences. What can happen if I try to stop the bullying I'm victim of? Will I be victimized more? Will other people will be victimizing me if I speak up? And very, very often victims have never been confronted with a prevention message. They do not know with whom they can talk about what's happening. Think of Carolina Picchio. She preferred to suicide herself because the whole community was against her, was bullying her. And she had not the courage to speak up with her parents because she was afraid that when parents saw the video where she was victimized, they believed that she was responsible for that video and not the victim in that video. So she felt without any kind of escape direction. She felt alone and desperate. In prevention, it's very, very important that every school gives to students the message that there are adults you can talk to when you feel trapped and feel of shame. And if you talk with these adults, they will be able to help you in the proper way, and they will protect you, and they will be reinforcing you, and there won't be negative consequences for you. And it's very important that all students know that we can talk to an adult also if we are not the victims, but we want to help a victim. We can refer to an adult responsible for the bullying prevention project, and we can tell this adult what's going on and why we think that the victim needs to be protected.
Thank you for your answer. Any other questions?
I have a question as well. In the latest years, we see a lot of measures taken by authorities, also programs by associations and NGOs. And despite all of these efforts, we see a higher number of victims of cyberbullying. What are the reasons behind this? What do you think?
The reason is because we enter into our online lives always earlier. When you are 9 or 10 years old, you already have your personal smartphone. and you feel powerful, and you are free to do whatever you want with your smartphone. But as we looked, as we discussed before, the younger you are, the more immature your cognitive brain is. And if protection comes from the action of your cognitive brain, and your cognitive brain is very immature, and you are doing everything with your emotional brain because you are so young, and so you are not reflecting a lot about what you are doing. We have this major growth of cyberbullying and problems in the online life, because life becomes every year more intense and more precautious at a very early age. And the people having an online life is growing year by year, including always an increasing number of very young children. They are very unexperienced, they are very immature, and they are doing a lot of problems. What we are talking about today has a lot to do with immaturity and people having an online life while they are so young. I mean, they are not expert in real life, and they move into a virtual life without knowing the rules, without having the skills.
Thank you very much. So could the education be the key in the future?
I didn't get the answer.
Thank you for the answer, and I want to continue with, can be education, can it be the key? Could it be the key?
Absolutely yes, and in fact many countries right now are suggesting that digital education, bullying prevention must be included in the mandatory school curriculum at all levels of schools, and every kid must learn prevention rules and must be trained in having the basic knowledge, a very good knowledge about how to conduct his life in the virtual world.
Thank you very
Yes,
much.
there is a European recommendation in Next Generation program too about education, ICT education in schools in all Europe. Thank you.
Mr. Pellai, we know that lots of students nowadays suffer from anorexia, eating problems, depression. Can we say that these problems are connected, can be the results of cyberbullying? And can we say that cyberbullying is the illness of this century all over the world? What do you think?
I suggest you to read a beautiful book written by Jean Twenge. The book is called iGen, where I stands for high device, iPhone, iPad, the generation with an iPhone or an iPad, a tablet in her hands. What Jean Twenge did was researching about what has been happening to teenagers in the last 30 years. And she concluded that the teens of the last 5 years, of this last 5 years, of the last generation, nowadays teens are the most unhappy, the most depressed, because they are growing into a virtual world, creating virtual relationships, and they are missing a lot of real life relationship. So the very major danger is not cyberbullying making teens so unhappy or depressed, but is the lack of real life relationships according to the word of Jean Twenge. Twenge says that relationship is the most important protective factor when you are growing up. You must be relational, and in virtual life you are social, but not relational. And this is why you feel, just consider the program you are into. If we had the chance to travel all over Europe in this year, to meet all together, how much more gain in our emotional growth, relation growth, knowledge of the world we would have been gaining from the same program we are doing right virtually, just virtually. So my answer is that cyberbullying is a consequence of the unhappiness of the iGen, and the more real life relationships we have, the more empathic we will be, and the less cyberbullying we will be confronting with.
Thank you very much. Any other questions?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, of course.
I haven't been bullied actually, but I just want to ask, is it possible to completely overcome cyberbullying? Or do we still feel something bad about that in the rest of our lives?
We know that we can overcome all traumatic experiences in our lives, and this is also my work as a psychotherapist. I can tell you that if you suffer from something traumatic that you have been experiencing during your infancy or adolescence, you can always ask for help, and your psychotherapist will offer you trauma-focused therapy that will help you overcome the bad experience you have been living. But very, very often, it's not necessary a psychotherapy. If you are living a life where you find your place in the world, and you discover your resilience and your skills to cope with adverse experiences you have been going through. And very often, what we know, research tells us that the victims of bullying are flourishing when they are in their adulthood, and they are suffering much less than the suffering which is present in the bull's life. So the bulls will be having a very bad life, a worse life than the lives of the victims. Very often victims, once adults, they use the experience they have been going through to become very beautiful people. If you know Mika, the singer, known all over Europe, and you check his personal history, you will be discovering that he was a victim, a major victim of bullying, but then he put all his bullying experience into his artistic career, and he was able to become an incredibly talented artist.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Other questions? No? Okay. Please. Neya, have you got any questions? No? So if you haven't any question to do, to ask Mr. Pellai, I would thank him again with an applause. We wish you we wish you success, even if you have you are already a successful doctor, as I know. And we thank you and hope, as you have already told, we hope to see you, to meet you, not by means of a screen, but personally. Thank you very much, Mr. Pellai.
Thank you very much to everybody. And I really, ciao a tutti, and I really suggest you to use in your life the sentence by the great Mahatma Gandhi: be yourself, the change you want to see in your life. Bye bye to everybody.
Grazie, ciao.
Grazie.
Ciao.
Ciao Alberto. Grazie.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Very interesting. I would propose our break, 15-minute break, so we can meet at 10 past 4 Italian time, if you agree, with the presentation of the covers. Okay? 10 past 4. See you later. Bye.
And hi, are you going to show something during the break, or can I show the a sort of slide as you like? I don't know.
We would like to, please.
Are you going to show something? Yes, what? My slide, your presentation, your movie.
Emre, would you like to show something, anything?
Mi ha detto yes please Patrizia, mostro io la slide giusto per avere un break, ok? Ciao.
Va bene, ok. Okay, hi. 4:10. Is there anyone?
Here we are.
Okay, thank you.
Hi.
May I see it? What? Emre, what do you mean? Okay.
I hope everybody who is presenting the cover of his country, her country, please take the camera on. It's interesting to see, to watch your face when you are talking. Thank you.
Okay, I would like to explain very briefly how it works now. That is, first Turkey, then Latvia, then Bulgaria, then Spain, and then Italy will present the cover. I mean, they will show the cover and explain the choice and something. And then I will give you, writing on the chat, the link to vote. We have decided that 10 students for each country, so everyone can vote, but we will take into consideration the first 10 students of each country. So you will receive a link, and this link is for a questionnaire, Google questionnaire. You have to complete it, writing also your email address just to see where you come from. And then you have to choose the cover, the best cover, yes, what do you prefer? So first of all, if Turkey is ready, you can share your screen and show the cover you have prepared and explain why and say what you want, please.
Okay, wait a minute. Ahmet, are you ready?
Are you ready,
Ahmet,
Emre?
your microphone is closed. Please open it.
Yes. Are you ready, Emre? Yes.
I'm ready, but okay, Ahmet, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, I'm getting ready. I'm going to check it out twice because I don't want any affairs while doing my presentation. Is my voice clear?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then. Wait a second. Then I'm going to start it out. Okay?
Hang on. Wait a minute. All right.
Firstly, I want to introduce myself. I'm Ahmet from Turkey. Today I'm going to introduce you magazine cover candidate of Turkish team. Like other teams, we have worked hard to create it. I hope you will like the result. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for Turkish cover design. Here it is. Let's start with the title. We wanted to keep it short and unique, so we choose TAA, which is abbreviation of our project name, Technology Addiction in Adolescents. The full name of our project follows the title in an eye-catching and modern italics. In the full name, wait a second. In the background of our cover, you can see two adolescents, a boy and a girl, which represent the teenagers at ages. They are holding cell phones in their hand, which are the source of many technology addictions of our age. And there, in front of our photo background, you can realize the official logo of our project with the flags of our partner countries under it. The flags are located according to project mobility orders. And finally, in the right corner of our cover, you can see the Erasmus Plus logo with our project number over it. As you see, we use minimal content because we aimed it to be eye-catching and easy to understand at the same time. While we're designing our project cover, we used a visual from www.newsportacademy.com official website in order not to violate the copyrights. We applied for official permission, then we use it. I want to finish my presentation with a famous saying. Ether says technology makes us slaves, but the difference between a technology addict and a slave is the fact that a real slave is fully aware that he is not free. Thank you for listening to me carefully. Let the best design win.
Thank you.
Oh, I nearly forgot to say, just to clarify our circumstances, our cover design is not a template from internet. It's made from scratch by hand, and the whole cover design belongs to Turkish cover design group personally. So before evaluating it, take it into that consideration. Thank you for listening to me carefully. Best design win again.
Thank you. So the next team is Latvia. Okay?
Right?
Yes, please.
Yes, hold on. Can you see my camera? Hello? Okay. All right. Can you see the screen now? Hello?
Yes, we can see the screen.
Can everybody see the screen? Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, so hello. My name is Mikhail, or Michael, just to make it a little bit simpler, so it's easy to remember. And basically, this is our version of this magazine cover. So I'm gonna play the role of the teller, and the one who actually did the magazine cover, who drew it, was Alina. So this is all hand drawn, and as you can clearly see, there's the title, Technology, Addiction, and also there's the title. On top you can see the EU flag and also the name of the project, Erasmus Plus, and it's all said by this giant megaphone that is basically speaking Erasmus Plus. In the middle you can see one giant tech that contains everything, basically computer, video games, studying, talking with people, music. Basically this whole giant tech is the main reason that can cause the giant addiction. And basically people will get attached with more if there's like this giant tech, and around it is just a big sign that says no, say no to this technology. And also you can see on the right side, on the bottom right side, there's people just watching YouTube or just also talking, and you can see the clock that is ticking very fast, and it basically means that people spend a lot of time by wasting their time, basically. So, because if you like watch YouTube, you basically just waste your time. You could do anything else, like go outside, take a nice walk, talk with friends in real life, but because of technology, people seem to forget about it, and they just spend more time in front of their electronic devices. So basically, in conclusion, I just want to say that the whole meaning is just say no to technology and just go outside and have a nice walk. And yeah, technology just kind of can become the downfall of humanity. Yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Now it's the turn from Bulgaria. Okay, I see you, please.
Hi, I'm Anna Maria Benusco. I study at Professional Agricultural School Stefansonov. Today we will present you our presentation. Covers magazine. We, the participant in the project, want to show commitment to this project. Technology addiction in adolescence. It's not easy to decide what the cover of this magazine should look like. That is why we have decided to make our own drawing and present it ourselves. Our teachers were our jury. We got acquainted with the work of the project so far. Many interesting proposals were received. No addiction in adolescence. The students were given the task to draw a picture to serve as a cover for a magazine presenting your project. Yes.
Is it all from you, Bulgarian? Because we had some problems in listening what you were saying. Everything?
We have no idea what is going on because we can't hear this presentation. But what is happened, I have no idea.
Okay, but
Sorry.
we have seen everything. We have understood that in the school some students have presented his or her drawing, and you have chosen the best one. So what you are presenting us is the last one you have shown. Okay, is it right?
Okay.
Okay, good. For you. And now it's Spain's turn. Juan Jose Fernandez. Okay, you are here. Good. Please.
Hello. Well, we have a problem because today we have no students because they are in practice times and they have a problem with the connection. And I'm going to speak about the cover. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the presentation of our new magazine. We have just realized the first issue. In the magazine, we are going to see the influence of the inappropriate use of technology in our adolescents. Already on the cover, we see how our beloved teenagers, on a sunny day with a very good temperature, gathered in a quiet place where they could interact with each other, make plans, play, or simply enjoy a conversation. They do nothing of this. So what are they doing? Each one is isolated, even if they have their friends by their side, since they are only aware of their mobile device, whether to play, chat, enter social networks, or even game ball. What a pity. The worst of all are the consequences. Deep down, they are alone, isolated, full of insecurities, and wishing a wonderful time after the technological addiction. On the cover of our magazine, we find the following articles. Main technological addiction in adolescents, how to identify technological addictions in adolescents, and how to prevent these addictions. This is going to be the subject of our first issue. How to now identify and prevent these addictions. Through the study of addiction, we will get to know how to treat it and, most importantly, prevent addiction in the future. From the writing of our new magazine, we hope that this topic is of interest to you. Participate with us in the improvement of the magazine, and together we deepen in the technological addictions of adolescents to achieve a better present and future of the society in general and adolescents in particular. Thank you. Thank you very much for your interest.
Thank you, Juan.
Thank you very much.
Now it's the turn of Italy. Okay, please come here. We will show you the drawing the two students have prepared. Okay. Right. Vai, da lì parlate. Forza.
Okay.
Vai.
Sorry. Hello, I am Estella and I am Luana. So I drew the cover and I put together the parts on my iPad, and she drew the title. So we just quick explanation of the cover. We designed a cable that entangles the world to symbolize the fact that the whole world is now chained to technology and dependent on it. The cables are arranged so that they do not cover the European continent. To recall the Erasmus project, according to which we shouldn't be addicted to technology. Also, the cable is connected to a mobile phone, which as well as symbolizing all technology, is also the device that teenagers generally use the most. That would be all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I have to say sorry to Romania. I have forgotten to give the words to Romania. Daniela.
Don't worry, Patricia. Don't worry. Our students are ready.
Daniela, are you connected?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Liverado?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, she is. We can hear it.
Okay. There is no problem. We have waited all the other presentations, so I will share the screen, and our students Madalina and Denisa will make a short presentation.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, my name is Griciana Denisa, and today, together with my project partner Maria Popa, we will represent Romania by presenting our cover. On the front, we decided to represent this theme through a picture that embodies the face of a man who has his eyes as if hypnotized. We choose this because addiction is nothing but a state of hypnosis, which can lead to loneliness or even worse, depression. On the same side, we put the mandatory elements, this being represented by the project title, Erasmus Plus logo, project logo, and project code. It has a title that shows the target group of the project and the issue addressed through it.
Madalina. Madalina. I think she has some issues, the other student. Madalina, are you? I don't know. Madalina, can you hear us?
I think her microphone doesn't work.
Madalina Popa. Madalina Popa. Okay. If not, I will say some words. I don't know. She was here. Madalina, hai microfonul. Microfonul, Madalina. She just wrote me. She has some issues. I will continue. As you can see, the students used all the compulsory elements. So the logo of the project and also the logo of the program Erasmus. Denisa, can you continue?
Yeah, sure. On the back, we wrote the partners with the flags of the countries for visibility. We tried to arrange the flags so that we could believe the shape of a round table, even if we came out oval. Show that in this project we are all equal, each of us being able to express our opinion freely without there is a consequence. I added to this part the financier of the project, without which nothing would have been possible. This was our cover. We hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for your attention and patience.
Thank you very much, Denisa, for saving the situation. As you can see, technology has some issues when you don't expect. I congratulate my students, and let's choose the best cover. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Technology can create problems, so it is better not to be addicted, technology addicted. So now I will give you the link so that you can vote the best one. You will see in the questionnaire the drawings, the covers again, all the covers again, and you write your email address and your preference, just one preference. It's 36 past 4 o'clock. I would say that we have 1 hour time to vote, even if I think that in a couple of minutes everyone will have voted his favorite cover. And after this, we will, Mr. Emre would say something, I think, and then we see tomorrow, and the program of tomorrow will be the intervention of some students, our students, and then the proclamation of the best cover, and then some words by every teacher of the Erasmus project, Erasmus team. So I give you the link. Okay.
You will find it in chat.
Okay, written, so you can vote from now. Bye, bye, bye.
May I have the words now?
Yeah.
Yes, everybody. Hello again. Today, Dr. Pelali was with us. He was a doctor and expert in his area. He told us the conflict between cognitive brain and emotional brain, and it was very informative. He talked very slowly, and his pronunciation was very clear. So I'm sure all of you understood and got some lessons. And this meeting was very informative and very useful. We learned many things about cyberbullying. Of course, the topic was also cyberbullying yesterday. Today, we continued it because it is a very important issue. I'm sure you like it. And when we come to the cover designs, Patricia has shared the link. You will click and choose the option. We believe in you, and you don't have to. I'm sure it's not a contest. It's not a country contest. I mean, you should give your vote to the cover which you think is the best represents our project. So please try to be objective and give your decision. And tomorrow we will tell you the winner. And thank you for listening to us carefully and patiently. And this meeting lasted longer than we expected, but it was very informative and it wasn't boring at all. Thank you.
Thank you, Emre. I read that someone cannot open the link. Daniela, can you help giving them a good advice?
Yes, I'm going to write just in 2 minutes the right link. Please wait for me because I need 1 minute.
Dani, ho fatto io, ho inviato io.
Does it work, the last one? Can you check it, please?
Ma Daniela, il primo era sbagliato, perché i nostri sono riusciti a entrare.
I will explain you why it doesn't work for the external. Okay.
But shall our students vote again? No. They have voted with my link.
Io credo che dovrebbe funzionare.
Cioè, scusami, io appena l'ho dato, le ragazze che sono qui hanno votato e sono riuscite a votare dal mio link, che è diverso da quello che hai messo tu adesso.
Okay.
Ma devono votare un'altra volta? No.
No.
E
Chi non riusciva ad accedere adesso può utilizzare questo link.
Ah, ok.
È sempre lo stesso.
Andate ora.
È solo un modo per raggiungerlo.
Ah, ok, perfetto. Grazie. So I would say goodbye, everyone. You have 1 hour time to vote. See you tomorrow at 2 o'clock Italian time.
Okay. Fra un'ora chiudo le votazioni, giusto Patrizia?
Cosa di un'oretta, sì, fai fino alle 5.
Okay. Va bene.
5, 5 e quarto. Ok. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Ora si registrerà la conferenza.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.